What's up, everybody? Great presentations. Thank you all for being here. Let me start by telling you a little about myself. My name is Chad Lykins, and for the last 10 years, I have been first at Vanderbilt University getting my PhD, and then at the University of Hong Kong, trying to find ways to improve the quality of social science research. And the first problem I've tried to tackle is around this thing where a lot of the people that give us data take incredible risks to do so. I'll give you two examples from my own research. I'm currently principal investigator for a study that's documenting the low pay and poor living conditions of teachers in Cambodia. But any teacher that talks to me takes a risk of being fired from her school, charged with libel, and thrown in jail. An Indian student of mine went to Kolkata and interviewed a little boy whose school principal was forcing him to pay additional fees for so-called private tutoring. As she left the school, the principal tried to seize her voice recorder and listen to the audio file. The only thing standing between that little boy and expulsion was the bravery and integrity of the person that did that interview. She literally had this child's future in her hands. The scientific community can do better than this. The first thing we need to do is to change the tools that we use to collect data. The devices up on the screen have no way of being password protected or having the data encrypted. If it's lost or stolen, the privacy and safety of participants is put in jeopardy. So a year ago, I had this idea. What if we use smartphones? Smartphones are as ubiquitous in Kolkata and Phnom Penh as they are in Portland, and they can make data collection more secure and also more powerful. Let me give you some examples. If you bring a smartphone into a classroom, you can record video of the teacher's instruction, audio interviews with the students about how they're learning, and take photos of their work. If you bring a smartphone into your neighborhood, you can take pictures of neighborhood distress, of litter. You can see how recycling bins and trash cans are being used and help inform decisions about where more are needed. The devices are clearly capable of doing these things, but the apps that we currently have are made for posting selfies on Twitter or jotting down some notes about what you need to get at the grocery store. They don't comply with privacy laws in education like FERPA or in medicine like HIPAA. But what if they did? What could you do? Well, you could, with reliable cloud storage, you could have 10 researchers in 10 cities documenting the geography of homelessness with interviews and pictures of the conditions that homeless people live in. You could have 2 of their research assistants in 2 of those cities be able to contribute data to this shared data set, but not edit it and not corrupt the entire data set. Each picture they take could be tagged with the rich metadata that it's really easy to just automatically add on anything you collect with your phone, with like time and data and location and researcher. But you can be more interesting. You could have dynamic tags for whatever would be involved in that study. For a homelessness study, you might have things like alcohol, drugs, violence, hunger, or any other thing that homeless people might encounter in their life. Now here's where it gets really amazing for anybody that's worked in academic research. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to, with the press of a single button, send that audio file off to a professional transcription partner that could return it to you within 2 or 3 days. The standard in my research is 2 to 3 months if you're really lucky. That means that you get to spend more time doing analysis and less time having your PhD student do grunt work. Now, all the forms and instruments that you use to collect data, along with the data sets, would be stored on our servers. This would be like GitHub for science. And GitHub for science, let me tell you how big this would be for us. It would be to social science what the Hubble telescope is to astronomy. It would allow us to see into social and human interactions as deeply as we can see into outer space right now. But an app like this would have commercial applications beyond academic research also. It would help us do an oral history project in a classroom. It would help kids rally for political causes like saving the rainforest. It helped farmers take pictures of livestock. So this is what I'm working on right now, and we're a team of 2 building something called Resi, which is an app that collects data in a secure way and allows you to share it. We're looking for programmers. We're looking for investors. If you're interested in helping out, my contact's about to pop up. Find me afterwards, and I'd love to talk to you. All right.